Hello, it is Monday, September 13th, 2021. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to my New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's Monday. We are back at the beginning of the crossword week, where we get a nice, gentle easing in to the puzzles with, hopefully, the gentlest of the week. We can only hope and assume that will be the case. But first, let's discuss a few comments from yesterday. Actually, first off, thank you to Hash for the idea to fill this conspicuously empty space up in the upper right of the video with anything. In this case, the logo of this channel. That was a very good idea. I had kind of stopped thinking about what could go up there, but it was a strange void. So glad to have it at least partially filled. Thank you, Hash. And we have a few comments from yesterday's puzzle and clues as well. Kyle Schlata points out something that a number of people have been increasingly observing. He says, 3 of the last 4 puzzles have had Cretan or Cretans as an answer. Is this already a canonized bit of crosswordese? If not, it may need to be under consideration. Yes, that is really something. We've been awash in Crete and Cretans and Cretan recently. I have never particularly thought of that as being such a disproportionately used proper noun in or adjective in crosswords, but perhaps it should go into consideration. Maybe we will beatify it on its route to sainthood in the crosswordese canon. We'll have to see. It might just be a bit of a quirk over the past week, but something to watch out for. Byron Torrey says, such a fun Sunday puzzle. You're fond of pointing out clues and answers that echo each other. So I thought moi being an answer and so close to a clue, moi, which functions as the phonetic pronunciation of moi, was great. So that's moi, the first-person singular pronoun in French, M-O-I, and the clue in brackets M-W-A-H to imitate the sound of a kiss, being next to each other or near each other. That is really good. I didn't pick up on that at the time. And quite a few people, including Byron. Did I call this person Brian earlier? It's Byron. Sorry if I did. Byron points out that I didn't return to it in my recap of the puzzle, but pareidolia was part of the theme as well, a quirk of human psychology that all emoticons rely on, Byron points out. This sort of seeing, sort of attributing animated, the properties of living creatures to inanimate things. So yes, that was very clever. And again, not something I pointed out. George Adams addresses oy vey, which came up in the puzzle yesterday. He says, not only does vey mean woe in English, the 2 words are actually cognates. And cognates, if you're not familiar, are 2 words in different languages that actually bear etymological common roots and are very, very similar in the word and the meaning. George continues, the German word is spelled differently but pronounced like the Yiddish word vey. And then also points out that ACC is an abbreviation for the Athletic Coast Conference. That was a sports thing that I didn't pick up on yesterday. So anyway, great. A few other things, but I'm going to move on and get into this hopefully nice, relaxing Monday puzzle. This is a puzzle by A. Tariq, edited, of course, as always, by Will Shorts. And are we ready to get started? I think we are. Okay. To walk heavily. Could be stomp or stamp. Maybe tread, probably not. But let's keep looking. Face blank, app that creates bizarre photos. I don't know. I think I've seen the name Face app put on things, but that clearly isn't the case here because not only is that too few letters for the space, the word app appears in the clue. Successors of VHS tapes, well, DVDs, presumably. Pampering places, if we look at this cross, it would be spas. Bakery items that may come with lox and cream cheese, of course, that is bagels. And Roald, who wrote James and the Giant Peach, is the children's author Roald Dahl. A Turkish title of honor would be Aga, I believe, and to bring back as a bad memory would be to drag up, I suppose. So here on the cross, we have collect as profits. You might reap profits. Seems plausible. And here, eat your blank, a parent's order. Eat your vegetables. Solve your crossword. It's good for you. Crossword, crosswise to a sailor, sorry. Bit of a slip there. Crosswise to a sailor. I believe that's a beam. If something is a beam, I believe it is sort of orthogonal on a ship. Nautical language there. So to border on something would be to abut it. All of these clues, all of these answers abut one another. Revenge. Payback, I suppose, based on this fill so far. Leonardo da Vinci's Blank Lisa, possibly the most famous painting of all time, the Mona Lisa, I would suspect. A tiny hill dweller is an ant. Face blank, right, here we go. What is this? I don't think I know whatever this is, this app, so we'll just have to get it through crosses. Intelligent, something I sometimes don't feel, for instance, right this moment. What is this? Intelligent. Not me right now. Rewards for early birds would be worms. Oh, face swap this must be. It sounds plausible. Face swap app that creates bizarre photos that would create bizarre photos. Oh, is intelligent smart? Definitely not me right now. All right. Old MacDonald had one. He had a farm. A group of Washington politicians. Probably a party of some kind, right? Angel hair or penne. So those are both pastas, but because this is an or, it is a singular clue. So each one of those is a pasta. And a state whose flag, with 8 gold stars in the shape of the Big Dipper, was designed by a 13-year-old. Well, fascinating. Based on the crosses, it must be Alaska. The state that is first in area, according to yesterday's crossword, I believe, among all the states of the United States of America. A group of diamond jewelry wearers, an ice pack. So I think we see here some of the theme. Here we have a group of Washington politicians, a something party, and here we have a group of diamond jewelry wearers, an ice pack, ice being a colloquial term for diamond jewelry. So there will be, I suspect, some more collective nouns elsewhere in this puzzle referring to groups of various sorts, and we will construct clever little punny terms for them. So a spot of land in the ocean is an isle. Oh, and also, so yesterday I was sure to, once I had the theme worked out, to go through the puzzle and fill in all the theme cells, because that's always what people in the comments demand that I do. But I think in this case, it's fair enough not to do that, because each one of these looks to be a completely independent pun that I don't think I have any automatic fill on right just yet. So let's skip ahead to this cross. Title word sung 52 times in a 2000 hit by NSYNC. With a B, I was thinking baby, but obviously it doesn't fit. Let's check the cross. Shades of blue used in print cartridges. That is cyans. In a print cartridge, you have, what is it? The cyan, yellow, magenta, and black color scheme, which goes by CMYK, K for black, because B would be confused with blue, which is already part of the red, green, blue color system. So cyan is one of the colors used in printer cartridges. So the title word sung 52 times would be by. I hope the title also consists of 52 instances of the word by, perhaps the first few and then the remainder in parentheses. Country that celebrated Obama Day in 2008, probably Kenya, where President Obama has ancestral roots. Millennials informally are Generation Y. Italian city known as a fashion hub, that would certainly be Milan. Longtime Disney chief Bob Iger. And a major Ukrainian port known as the Pearl of the Black Sea, Odessa, I believe. And let's check this cross. Blank boom, plane effect, a sonic boom. Sonic, not soic. Possibly returning to the skies. I believe a few airlines are investigating doing R&D on successors to the Concorde, new supersonic jets, which, by the way, are often abbreviated SSTs, supersonic transport, and that is a common bit of crossword ease. Speaking of that, you'll often see, depending on the day of the week and how straightforward or oblique the clues are, you'll often see references to quick former transit, things like that. Often they will relate to the fact that SSTs are no longer in operation. So SST is a very common bit of crosswordese, along with SSRs, Soviet Socialist Republics. I always think of those that sort of occupy the same part of my crossword acronym memory banks. Anyway, to de-squeak something is often to oil it, to apply oil to stop the squeaking. To broadcast a program on radio or television is to air it. Pirate's treasure is often referred to as loot. Oh, here we've got another theme answer. We'll come back to that in a second. Coastlines. Coastlines. Shores, sorry. Yep, that was pretty obvious. German city in the Ruhr Valley would be Essen. It's come up before. Essen is a traditional industrial town and seat of steel production. Non-mainstream as music, indie, I suppose. Not technically accurate, but I guess that is kind of the way in which that's used these days. Made an attempt is tried. We tried this crossword, we made an attempt, and we will probably succeed. To lightly burn something is to singe it. A bit of attire that may have a slogan on it was a t-shirt, based on that fill so far. A hilarious person you might refer to as a riot. A baked Italian dish. Baked ziti is was what that is. Ziti is a shape of pasta that is commonly used in a somewhat lasagna-like baked dish. All right, lemon twists, e.g., are zests. If you would rather have something, you would prefer it. I still don't see what this group of Washington politicians is. Oh, a house party, perhaps, as in the House of Representatives. That's pretty good. Manhattan neighborhood above Canal Street. Soho, I think, is it? Yes, because NoHo would be north of Houston Street. Soho. Walk heavily. So yes, it could be stomp. And blank ami, my friends, mes amis, my friends. May being, this is a good counterpart to yesterday's moi. May, M-E-S, is the first person plural possessive. So my, but my with the plural. So things that are mine in a more than one of them. Anyway, burden is an onus, the burden of proof, for instance, the onus. CIA forerunner. So the CIA is in the United States is the Central Intelligence Agency, and its forerunner is the OSS, I believe, the Office of, I don't know, Special Services. That's not right. Can't remember exactly what the OSS stands for. Someone will definitely tell me in the comments, and then you'll hear about it tomorrow morning. Lowest pair in poker would be twos, of course, and a deed holder is an owner. A sunny side up item is an egg. A mixed bag is a hodgepodge. Careful, not sure just yet. Let's check the crosses. Oh, here we go. A group of profoundly insightful people. A deep set? What is that? I don't think I know the phrase that this is referencing. Soft toy, plushie, I suppose. Blank doke, okie doke, as in okie dokie. Artist Vincent van Gogh, I believe it's probably not very accurately pronounced. Fishing sticks, fishing rods, looks right to me. Jason's ship in Greek myth was the Argo, Jason and the Argonauts. Oh boy, that reminds me. Oh, I guess I don't have it here. What a shame. This mouse pad here is Argonaut branded. And there was this incredible bit of copy on the side of the box that said something like, the mission of the Argonauts was to bring the golden fleece to King Pelias. Our mission at Argonaut Computer Supplies is to create high-quality mouse pads or something. I mean, it was some unbelievable mismatch of sort of historical reference and present marketing pitch. Anyway, corner chess piece is a rook, the castles. If something is about something else, it is around it. An urgent request is a plea. Careful. Why do I not see what this is? So let's see. A cruise ship is a liner, a cruise liner. Whoops. Nope. That's not where the I goes. Let's see. Walks with some difficulty could be limps. If only that were true. I suppose I wish that were true, if only. Instruction on a door might be to push it. A relative of an ostrich is an emu is one such relative. Baseball officials for short are umps. Umps came up recently without the qualifier for short or abbreviation or something like that, and people were confused about it. That happens sometimes. Oh, careful is heads up. I see. Sorry about that. And so here we have another theme answer. The group of big rig haulers. A semicircle, I suppose. A circle of semi-operators. You lose is I win, I suppose. Fair enough. Turn down as a denial. Vehicles that might have bars and mini fridges inside. Limos, stretch limousines. A con job is a scam. An intermediate choir voice is an alto, so that's the lower of the two female voices in soprano, alto, tenor, bass. So one of the two in the middle, intermediate. Golfer's bag full. I suppose a golfer would have a bag full of teas. Let's check these crosses and see what's going in. Modeled as for a portrait is sat, yes, of course, and subside is to abate. And then here we have sluggers stat, RBI. Someone told me what this stood for recently. It is runs batted in, I want to say. There we go. So that was indeed a very nice, gentle Monday puzzle. Let me know if you found it as nice and gentle. I think this was a pretty straightforward one. Pretty straightforward, I would say more so than last Monday's puzzle. And that never bothers me on a Monday, I must admit. I never feel as though a Monday puzzle is too easy. I always enjoy the gentlest possible introduction to the crossword week. So we had a nice theme here. We had a group of Washington politicians making up a house party, a group of diamond jewelry wearers comprising an ice pack, a group of profoundly insightful people who form a deep set. That's the only one of these that isn't immediately familiar to me. But again, I'm sure it will be soon enough, thanks to the comments. A deep set. Is that something in number theory or something like that? I don't know. But I assume it is a real thing, so fair enough. And finally, we have a group of big rig haulers who come together in a semicircle. Very good. I liked that. Good, straightforward puzzle. Again, can't complain on a Monday. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked this series. I hope you're enjoying it. If so, please do subscribe. Help get this thing into the YouTube algorithm to the extent that such non-attention grabbing content can become part of that algorithm. And pass it along. Why not tell a friend about this series if you think they might like to solve a crossword with some guy on the internet? You never know. And finally, if you're particularly enjoying it, why not toss me a couple of quid or a few bucks through my coffee donation page, which is linked in the description field underneath each one of these videos. And of course, as I've mentioned a few times over the past few days, I am setting up a Patreon campaign that will allow you to donate on a recurring basis each month and be rewarded with the monthly bonus puzzle that I will be solving, as well as Discord, special access to a Discord server I'm setting up. My current plan is to make that a public server and then add an additional role and members channel to that. So if you are a Discord literate person, let me know if you think that seems like an appropriate plan. And then we'll see what else goes on with that Patreon as more ideas and suggestions come in. Anyway, that's that for today's puzzle. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. And I also hope you'll be back tomorrow for the Tuesday puzzle, which is also most likely a fairly gentle one, maybe the tiniest step up in challenge from today's. So again, do hope to see you there. But I also hope you have an excellent rest of your Monday. Take care.